What up, mother pluckers? Welcome to another
pop
pop trap.
Wow, what was that, homie?
It's been a while. It's my sickness. It's you could totally tell.
You were mad down with the sickness right there, homie.
And I'm not even right now. I'm good. Yesterday I was dying. The day before yesterday, the weekend, dude.
You died on the weekend.
I died and came back.
Solomon Grundy.
So I'm wearing my
Born on a Monday.
my Christmas Thanksgiving hat.
That's a pretty hat too.
It's nice and warm.
Shout out Hurley.
It's like a sweater.
I can't even stop looking at it right now. Now I'm jealous.
It's like a freaking sweater. So anyways,
don't leave that out. I might take it.
For this episode, we're gonna talk about Zombieland. I would say 1 and 2.
Both of them?
So single tap and double tap, I guess. But
well, one's
first tap.
One's first base, and then the second one is straight home.
So the third one is gonna be about the anus. I don't know. Anyways,
is that third base? I thought third base was holding hands.
No, not third base. Cause double tap, it already sounds like you're tapping somebody.
You came back. Yo, that's round 2. Oh, I get it.
So that's what we're gonna talk about. But before that, we're gonna start with some unboxings next up here in December and what's left of November, and we're gonna do some toys.
We look at this place we're at, in this mausoleum of adolescents that we keep close to our hearts.
Man-child.
So, we love Christmas time. Everybody loves it. We're going back into Black Friday, and this is the thing this year, at least for me. It's let's have fun these holidays. There's been a bunch of years where everybody was just like, oh, I gotta get the coolest presents, or we gotta go out of town. I say this year, let's have fun.
And I think we're not gonna do it about Funko Pops. I mean, as much as we love them, I mean, they're out there. We're not gonna do it about Marvel Legends or Diamond Select.
Knows that, man.
We're gonna do some weird stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the weirder things, toys that we find, that we're gonna get them, and then we're gonna unbox them here. Hopefully, we can have a bunch of them. This week has been a little slow just because I've been sick, but hopefully we move on from that and I'm good and I don't get any syphilis or something.
Dude, I've been drowning in work now. I thought this is supposed to be my slow time for security and stuff, and
yeah, I saw it. That's why when you were like, I just woke up because we were just like wasting time.
Probably had some work to do.
We were just trying to waste time around.
I'm sorry, y'all. Anyways, let's do this, baby. I'm hitting mics already.
So, anyways, with that said, let's get into, I would say, Zombieland first. So the first
Zombieland retrospective.
So which is just called Zombieland, right?
What year did that come out in?
09.
Wow, it's been 10 years?
Yeah.
So it's been 10 years since.
Well, they wanted the sequel like right away, but
it wasn't in the beginning.
I think we all wanted that sequel though.
Apparently, it wasn't like people wanted it, but they couldn't get their shit together. And
they had a few things to do beforehand. Like I think Emma Stone, she was already for a few movies on like La La
That's
Land
when she started the La La Land and. When I don't know if they were recording, but that's when she was getting bigger.
Yeah.
So I think
Easy
Spider-Man. No, Easy A was before, but
was
it came out after. Well,
shout out Emma, you're a thotty, and we love you, girl.
Emma Stone was in Amazing Spider-Man after that.
Yeah.
That's when she was.
We don't talk about that one though.
When Stacy twice. Well, she died. I think she was a good part
Everyone
of that movie.
knew she was gonna die, man. If you knew the comics,
I think that she was one of the best.
Well, actually, what happened in the comics is that she had kids with Norman Osborn.
Well, it depends on the timeline. I mean, the universe she's in.
I don't think you can follow like.
Yeah, the Spider-Man multiverse is all.
No, but that's Prime.
Because
Spider-Man Prime.
How it's like the Amazing Spider-Man.
Now Marvel is the best, but
the Adventures of Spider-Man, Spider-Man's Adventures, like just changing things.
What else was Emma
The
Stone
Man Spider.
Well, she was on.
I love the Man Spider. He was the coolest looking one.
She was La La Land.
And then
she was the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2.
The Favorite as well.
The Favorite. Oh, that's a great movie.
Oh,
actually, that's a great.
The Help.
And you can see her naked.
That's when she won. She won the Oscar for The Help. Didn't she?
Yeah, she was in The Help.
That was after Zombieland. So she was getting big. Zombieland was kind of like.
So she built a resume.
Was kind of like a B movie.
She already was building it with small comedies. But after Zombieland, that's when she started getting all
Ghost of Girlfriends Past. with Matthew McConaughey, man.
Yeah, she's in that one.
She was I think she was the one in the past.
I guess we can tell who's married on this table.
No, I love Emma Stone, man. I used to love Emma Stone from before I got married. Emma Stone was like, I pretty much fell in love with her.
She's that kind that you say like, I don't care if I impregnate her.
Absolutely
do it on purpose, man.
We're gonna have a good time in the next 18 years.
When she came out in Superbad,
I'll behave. That's how
I thought she was pretty and everything. So, I mean, she was my second love after Mina Suvari.
Is that it?
Mina Suvari fucking disappeared. So I don't know what the.
I think mine is Natalie Portman and Thora Birch.
Natalie Portman is good. The thing is that I don't like her.
I'm not poo-pooing on yours.
Her attitude on I like. She's pretty.
She changed a bit after that Princess Diaries, and she started getting bigger.
Well, I think
that's Natalie Portman.
I think
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
I think Moby scared this late. First of all, Professional, right? I remember Professional as a little kid, and
you can't have the hots for
in
her.
love. She was older than me. I remember in the Professional.
She was like little, man.
I was like 7.
She was like 14 or 12.
I was like 7 or 8 when that came out, and I remember being like, "Oh, I wish I had a girlfriend who was cool like that." And I was like a little kid.
V for Vendetta was pretty good.
But really, I think with
Your Highness, where like they show her like supposedly her ass, but it's not her.
Oh yeah,
you know what it is? It's
double, but still, that's a funny movie, man.
Your Highness.
And then it's Garden State, which I think a lot of hipsters
overrated
fell in love with that.
I don't like that movie.
She's from '81.
Yeah, I mean I'm 84, and I remember watching that movie on VHS. Like my mom rented it and thought it was a Hitman movie. Shout out Gary Oldman, you're my fashion icon. Check out the hair.
I'm just gonna spit on the floor.
Just
I have nowhere to spit on. So
spit at the camera.
I'm so sorry, guys.
It'll be an effect.
No, I gotta get rid of these loogies, dude. I don't want to be sick anymore.
No, don't keep that in there.
But anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna like censor.
Shout out Seasonal Health.
So for real, man. Here in El Paso, weather changes the next minute. Everybody's sick. So anyways, we were talking about Emma Stone. Who's another? Well, the other actress, what's her name? From
which one? The first
Little Miss Sunshine.
Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah.
Hold on, I have her.
What happened? I was all confused.
What other movies?
Abigail Breslin.
Abigail Breslin. She's pretty good too, man.
She's a thotty too. Shout out Abigail Breslin.
Hey, she got big boobs now.
Yeah.
I was surprised when damn, the Little Miss Sunshine.
No, that's another Natalie Portman situation where you grow up with somebody, and you don't think about them sexually until they get older, and you're like, oh yeah, I really liked her back in the day too.
Johansson, man.
Oh,
she's still my number one.
Absolutely.
Like, remember when she was younger, she looked like a little boy.
You said she wasn't your number one anymore because she's getting married to the dude from SNL.
Oh fuck yeah, that was the other day.
There you go.
That's a deal breaker.
I have a bunch.
You got betrayed.
I got betrayed. I got stabbed in the back, man.
By someone who better looking guy from SNL.
Someone with a bigger wallet.
As long as she lets me stab her in the front, she can stab me in the back also.
But
there's a few of them that I have in my list.
So what else did Abigail Breslin do? Because I always get.
Well,
I think she did The Help also. I feel like she was in a lot of.
No, Abigail Breslin.
And a lot of like drama.
Maybe she wasn't.
So let's say
like Oscar dramas.
09.
I think maybe she was in horror movies too.
She did one like she's like.
Didn't you
looks like she's in NASCAR. That's from I think it's from Netflix. So after Zombieland, Quantum
Scream
Quest,
Queens.
What the fuck is that?
Oh yeah, she's
she
one
was
of
on
the
Scream
Chanel's
Queens.
in Scream Queen.
Yeah.
Which is like a very good show, man.
Yeah, there's a few
That was one of the best
that good
things that Abigail did.
Janie
and
Jones.
actually, you already see her grown up there in Scream.
She was in Rango.
Yeah, but that was a voice, I guess.
Yeah, The Call. I think that's the one from Netflix. Screen Test, August, Osage County, Ender's Game. Didn't know. Oh yeah, she's a sister.
I never saw the movie.
She's the sister in Ender's Game.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you guys read the series?
No, but
that relationship that Ender and the sister have is strange.
Yeah.
It's really it becomes really messed up in the later
Even
parts.
the guy that plays Ender, he's kind of weird there.
Well, the second story, The Speaker of the Dead, has nothing to do with like it's like about war and stuff. The series completely changes 2 or 3 times. It's like 8 books.
Or how many books are
I think it's 5 books for the main series, 5 or 6, and then it's Ender's Shadow, which is the Negrito, that's his like rival.
Oh.
And he has his own story that him and Ender keep like smashing into each other all crazy. That's a good series. Just Orson Scott Card is a bigot, homie. Like he's absolutely against like race mixing and something. You know, like I don't support Orson Scott Card, but
He might be Mexican.
and there's no.
But I keep giving him.
We mix with everybody, dog. How many chinitos are there that your cousin? Oh, that's my cousin El Chino, way. Yeah,
Or white people that are like, I'm Mexican, fool. What are you talking about?
yeah. Well, it's because
What else? What else?
it's because
Alright,
we're in
so
El
where
Paso,
was it?
where if you're here more than 2 years, you're automatically Mexican.
Then we have Wicked Blood. It was just a video. Perfect Sisters. Maggie. I think that's the one where she's like a zombie, right? With Arnold Schwarzenegger.
She is a zombie.
Yeah.
Didn't you just watch that?
No. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that
Yeah,
was-
Maggie is where
Yeah,
she's
it
a
wasn't
zombie.
kind of good. Yeah, it was
She's,
with
she
yeah.
slowly turns into a zombie, and Arnold Schwarzenegger has to decide whether he wants to kill her or not.
No, yeah, that's
Caper,
right.
yeah.
That was a long time ago, man.
Final Girl. That's the one I was gonna tell you. That's a Netflix too.
Oh, that
she's
one's
like
cool.
an escort, but she's like a badass there.
Well,
Okay.
she's not an escort. She just kills
It
people.
looks kind
for
of like
revenge
an
or some
escort
shit.
the way she dresses.
She's the one that kills all the
Yeah.
private school kids or whatever. Yeah, she's like acting like the damsel in distress, and she ends
Yeah,
up like
she's-
killing everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
well,
the way
that
she
was
dresses,
pretty
they're like.
I guess shout out to Abigail Breslin's interesting spotted career
Weird
that we don't know
curriculum.
anything
And then
about.
my least favorite actor from these, I mean, Woody Harrelson would be last, but my least favorite actor is just stupid as Social Network one.
You know, dude,
Keep talking.
I think-
Oh, his J.C. Eisenberg.
you can't leave me when you're over here talking shit about this
Jason.
motherfucker.
How about someone?
Because we're gonna get, and I was gonna say let's do them at the end, so we
Yeah,
could just
the
poo
ones we
poo
don't
on them
like.
for like 30 minutes. So
Well,
we're gonna take the Woody Harrelson, and then you're gonna have this. No, okay, well, let's
No,
do Jesse.
we have J.C. Eisenberg.
Did you pull the shit up?
Yeah, it's already up.
Okay, right now, if you don't understand what we're doing, we're actually calling filler time, where we're trying to be funny and at the same time let something happen
Yeah.
naturally. So, okay,
Well,
Jesse Eisenberg,
a dick.
where
What-
do we start?
All right.
Where?
I'll say this. Zombieland, the first one, he did good there.
Okay, yes.
I have no complaints about that one at all.
Let me see this. Let me see what he's in,
All right.
because I need to be
you
able
want
to not hate him.
pre-Zombieland or after?
Give me the greatest hits.
The
So-
greatest hits of him.
So I don't sit here and completely shit
All right,
on
the
him.
ones that actually made him kind of into a star.
No, just tell me the bigger ones.
All right, so that's mostly gonna be after Zombieland, but we
Is
have
that right?
Yeah, we have the Social Network where he played Mark
Okay.
Zuckerberg.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, he was alright because what we heard about Zuckerberg, he was that kind of an
Well,
asshole.
first.
You
fuck-
want,
fuck-
all right, so
yeah.
we got Social Network. Believe it or not, Rio, the fucking Parrots movie.
How is that a big name?
No, believe it or not,
getting
that-
angrier.
That little
I'm
fucking
getting
movie
fucking
for kids
angry.
made it even bigger. We have 30 minutes or less, which is it's okay.
Oh, that's the
He-
one where they tap.
Yeah, he has he's a
Danny
pizza delivery.
McBride and
Yeah, that's one. And
That's actually a good. Okay, you got one right now,
let's see the
Jesse
other ones.
Eisenberg. Because the
Rio
first
2.
boy.
Back to the piece of shit Eisenberg.
Yeah. Okay. We just
I think we stopped on American Ultra. Have you seen that piece of crap?
no. I refuse to watch that. It's him and
Look up.
the emo.
So anyway, that was
queen
right.
Of all.
Whatever.
Kirsten, whatever.
Kristen Dunst.
No, not Kirsten Dunst.
No,
That's
no.
That's another lady
Yeah,
we don't
you're
want to
right,
talk about
Kristen
either.
Stewart.
Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
The new Charlie's Angels. Can you believe that? What is the hubris of
She
these
doesn't
people?
have any fucking character. No expressions, no nothing. Every fucking movie she looks the same. But they keep hiring her because she's Hollywood royalty.
What was the one movie I liked that where The Messengers, where she was? There's a ghost story
Hey, I like the Runaways.
remade of, well, Joan Jett. You have a punk rock girl, Joan Jett thing, so you just have a natural disposition.
So, do you like that movie? Yes or no?
Yeah. Okay. Yes, for
so then
sure.
Shut up.
Which
man.
one?
Absolutely.
The
Will not
Runaways.
say anything about that movie. But that Messengers, where it's like something she came out right after Zathura. She was like in Zathura, right?
I think she was. I don't even want to
She
look
was in
her.
something. Don't look her up. But the thing is that she was
I'll
really
look her
good
up
in The
'cause
Messengers.
Now I'm curious about that's true.
But
So, why are we talking about these movies?
because we're talking about how much we hate Jesse Eisenberg,
No.
where we wanted to leave him for the end
I
to
think
talk shit about
But
him at
now
the end.
we
I
started
think-
already,
Yeah,
so
we
we're
see
just
the
gonna
tangent
keep
we went on?
going, man.
I think Jesse Eisenberg, as good in Zombieland But,
That's what we said. Like in Zombieland, he's good.
but it's like I don't like that he is that same character everywhere else.
In Social Network. In
well,
that
Social Network, he did an okay job.
MK Ultra. What else? Okay, what was the teeny bopper
American
movie he
Ultra
in?
was alright. I think that was alright.
Yeah, until you see
terrible.
the second time, you're like, fuck this.
It's because it's too much jokey joke. It's too jokey joke.
It's way too pot-headed.
Yeah. It's just like, like
There's nothing good.
you really go for her.
No, for him.
But the Social Network was like,
Okay, what's the
nominated
main
for
thing? What's
Oscars
the
and
thing
shit.
where J.C. Eisenberg broke through? Was it Zombieland?
For us, I think it was.
I don't think so.
It had to be
It had
some
to
little
be
kid.
before.
Social Network was the
Social
one that
Network,
made
yeah,
him
it was
big.
bigger
That's
than
the
Zombieland.
biggest one.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's
So
what broke it.
Zombieland was the first one.
And
in
then
Social
we
Network.
have him as fucking.
He's a poor man's Michael Cera.
Let's be real.
He sucks.
Lex Luthor.
Oh,
No, that one sucks.
no.
Lex Luthor. No, homie. No,
Dude,
absolutely
he's
not.
supposed to be one smart.
Although I don't know,
Asshole.
I don't know if that's his fault. I think that's the fault of the people that made that fucking movie.
Yeah, well, yeah, we can.
Who's
blame,
good in
we
that
can
movie?
We can blame the guys who wrote that movie because
The guys who
Batman
casted
vs
that movie.
Superman could
What's
have been
good in
a
that
great
movie?
If they would have stopped between Batman and Superman fighting and just set up Doom for the next movie, I think everybody would have been happy.
Yeah, cause they could have. That would have been a great one. For
Yeah.
example, it's based on.
Hey, we have the Christopher Reeves movies. That's all we need. At least the first one.
That's fantastic too.
I'm not a big.
Well,
fan
one
of
and two.
Superman.
I like one and two, yeah.
Well, I
And
think
then
that,
there's two cuts for two.
yeah.
I'm not a big fan of
This is
Superman.
Dago. I think the thing really
That's
is
because you saw that Superman beat Goku. So.
Nah, no, that's.
No,
that's bad
no.
battle, man.
So-
And besides, the second match, Goku wins.
the problem with the Superman movies is that you couldn't have a bunch of people with superpowers, obviously presented by the fact that they had to use Kryptonians to fight Superman, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like you couldn't have some.
Well, Man of Steel for me was a good one, for the new,
yeah.
new kind of superhero. Basically, they put on
I
the
just
new
think-
52 version of Superman.
But okay, we're going back to Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
Why did he have to act like that? Why?
it could be just the writing of the character for the
Because
movie.
he has,
or,
like,
no, he
or
wanted.
if they
he
let
wa-
if they let him have like control for that, they fucked it up.
Okay, the history of Lex Luthor, right? Mad evil genius turns into mad evil businessman, turns into president of the United States, turns
Yeah.
into cosmic
And, he
player
becomes
on the chessboard.
yeah he becomes a bit of it. And
He's
then,
Doctor Doom.
And
He's
then
Dr.
on the
Doom.
future, well, alternate universe where Superman's Mexican. Remember that one? When he's a big asshole.
Is that before or after he's Russian?
No, that's after.
Okay,
he's Russian.
okay.
But,
So, anyways, J.C. Eisenberg, whatever.
he
But
fucked
Woody Harrelson.
Now we're gonna get to the good.
the good part.
Yeah. Sorry for our last 30 minutes
let
of
me raise
ranting.
Jason Eisenberg from my history.
So White Man Can't Jump. It's a good movie.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
shoot the shot.
What else is Woody Harrelson in?
Chill out, let me open here.
Uh,
Let's see. It's a
Okay,
big
let's do off the top of our
I'm
head.
blanking. I'm blanking right now. What the hell?
Natural Born Killers.
Oh, Natural Born Killers, of course.
How did we not think of that?
Uh,
He's just been in so many.
He's also on
random
that,
things.
the owner from Hustler, Larry versus, the people versus
Larry
Larry,
Flint.
Flint.
The people versus
Yeah,
Larry Flint.
that was a good one.
That was. I think that's where Woody Harrelson became
What
considered an actor for actors.
Dude, there's
Who
a
did a
there's
craft of
A
stuff.
big fucking list. I mean, that's including TV series here.
Wasn't he in Cheers?
yep.
Yeah, he was.
But he was like the doofus.
The bartender.
Yeah, but he was like his name was Woody actually. In the fucking show. So
Isn't Kramer? Is Fraser's name Fraser?
plus a bunch of yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Brendan Fraser? What? That's the other guy.
Alright, Cheers. Here we go. So that was from 85
Going
to
back to the
93.
beginning.
Yeah, but he was like at the end of Cheers. I think he was the last.
Yeah, he was. Well,
He was the last of
Let's
the
see.
of the bartender.
Right? Wasn't he considered
was
a
named-
Darcy? Where like if he came into
Dude,
a
he
series,
wasn't
the series
the-
died.
he only was there
The red
for
shirt?
93. The last year.
93.
Yeah, his
Yeah, he
character
was,
was Woody
last-
Boyd.
He was the last bartender, I guess, there. So it was when it was already on its way out.
Everybody had alcoholism and multiple divorces.
But I
This is
remember,
like a real
1970,
bar.
everyone smoked.
I
even your
remember
doctor.
watching White Man Can't Jump like
With,
back in the
Wesley
day,
Snipes?
man. Back in the day, they're wearing like the whole '90s like color, you know.
Dude, there's. we got after Shears?
Wow,
I'll do anything.
okay,
The
I'm
cowboy
just
way.
looking right off the top. You got Money Train,
Money Train, man.
Indecent Proposal with Robert
Kingpin.
Redford and
Kingpin.
Demi Moore.
Forget
I
about
remember that
Kingpin.
movie as
I
a
used
kid.
to love Money Train.
Kingpin,
though.
my guy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Kingpin.
That one was fucking
Another
a
crossover with Mr. Bill Murray.
a classic.
Who we want to talk about,
The Team
but we're
Red
saving
Line.
that so we don't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah, we probably could do a whole.
So you
show
already
about
spoiled it by saying that.
He's in the movie.
Dustin Powers, who?
Spin
Yeah,
City.
he plays himself. Spin City, Frasier.
The Thin Red Line. Okay,
Dude, that
that's
Woody
another great
Boy
one.
guy. Well, Frasier's also a spin-off from Cheers.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was gonna
There's like 5.
retake.
What are the main ones? It's MASH.
He's an anger management.
Uh.
Yeah, he's Galaxia, the male hooker. Remember?
No, I don't remember. that movie.
No, he's like a transvestite there. They tried. What was his
I don't
name?
remember. I haven't seen
Yeah.
that movie in the
Anger
long time.
management.
Security guard Gary.
After the sunset, the big white North County. The
So
price.
this is what. No, so we
Dude.
get into the 2005s where he's doing like
Yeah.
serious work
Yeah.
or
Then,
like
I
period
feel-
pieces.
I feel like Woody Harrelson is like kind of like an actor like Kevin Bacon. Like they do a lot of movies.
they do everything, and
Then
there's
it goes-
times you forget about it.
Scanning Darkly and
Yeah.
Scanner Darkly was awesome,
No
dude.
country for
No
Old
Country
Men.
for Old Men right after that. Yeah, he was
With
the
Keanu Reeves.
he was the FBI agent that was crooked.
Yeah.
Scanner Darkly was awesome.
He's on semi. Oh yeah, he's Monex on Semi Pro. The one who punches. What's
I don't remember. Semi Pro is
No?
like my least favorite of the Will
What is-
Ferrell.
I
what
like
is-
it.
What a weird variety of movies.
Dude,
that
he
this man
has all kinds of fucking jobs.
But Reddit hates Woody Harrelson. They hate him.
Why?
Yeah, because he's like apparently he like doesn't know anything about social media, and he wanted to do an AMA. And when he was in the Ask Me Anything, people would ask him like serious stuff, like, "Hey, what was your favorite role?" And then he kept plugging the stupid movie that he
I
was
found
in.
a bad one for
He
him.
kept plugging the movie, and people were like, "Dude, like fucking be serious. Like you don't have to be fucking saying about your stupid ass movie that's out. Like you can talk about other shit." To the point where like the people from Reddit were like, "Do you even know what a
Well,
AMA is?" And he's like, "Well, not really." And they're like, "It's fucking dumb." So now they use that term, like, "Oh, you're pulling a Woody Harrelson." Like if somebody just starts fucking plugging their
Just
shit.
self-promoting like a
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Well, because of an AMA is supposed to be like about Obama did an AMA, and fucking Obama knew more than Woody Harrelson.
Dude, Obama knew everything, man.
Well, you gotta remember, Woody Harrelson was a very loud mouthpiece in the early '90s and still is for legalization of marijuana, decriminalization, expunging people's records. Like he really was on a more technical term, like. The whole thing with Larry Flynn, he got involved with the First Amendment. He was involved with like copyright things, like in the night. That's what I remember him when he was doing weird stuff, like the whole natural born killers and all that.
Yeah.
Where in that same time period, it's like he was getting arrested,
he was political.
protesting.
But they say that
So it's really strange that you're telling me this because I feel like such a.
Woody Harrelson is an asshole.
I guess he sold out, baby. I
You're
guess
saying
he
that
sold
he's a-
out.
Well, you get older, you change.
Yeah.
Willie Nelson hasn't changed in 100 years, bro. So, no.
Hey, that's probably. The
I don't
weirdest.
agree with that
The THC
statement.
inside
Did I
him.
tell you the time I almost smoked weed with Willie Nelson?
No.
So and this is the thing. This could be a cool story, but it's not.
So
Guys-
why-
That's not a good way
Guys
to
and
start.
kids for
Just
Sucio
start a
time.
story.
why don't you just like finish it with the first statement?
It's
Yeah.
not. So simple thing. I was doing security at a country festival. Willie Nelson was there. I get a radio saying that a bunch of people are bothering Willie Nelson. I swear to God, I feel like I've said this one before. But
You didn't see Will Nelson at a door, and he's like, "I'm about to go
Come
in
on,
this
bro.
weed competition."
join
But,
me.
all my
I
Cheech
wish.
and Chong were
I wish
afraid
it
to get
was
out of my
that.
bowels.
Yeah.
This is an airplane.
So let me kill this really negative story. These people were bothering Willie Nelson. I go over there and it's these wooks, right? These really gross roadies that were at every festival in California that I've ever worked, right? They're really dingy homies, but whatever. They're bothering this man saying, "Let's blaze it, bro. Let's blaze it." And this man's sitting there in the artist area chilling. He's like, "Nah, man, I'm cool right now. Like, I'm just chilling."
I'm
And
already
like,
high.
and it's like, there's nobody around him. And I was like, where the fuck are his people at? So I run over there I kick somebody in the back. The other dude, I go him a backhand, kick him out of there. I kick these dudes out who are supposed to be working there. Like, you're not supposed to be bothering the artist. It's simple as that. Oh, bro, we just want to blaze. No, get the fuck out of here.
Already told you no.
Boom, get the fuck out of here, right? I give him a little pat on the back, whatever. So, turn around, and I'm like, I'm sorry you had to see that, sir. Please excuse me if you need to fill out an incident report, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm a corporate guy. He's like, nah, bro, it's cool. I just don't want to blaze it with people. Rolling a J right in front of me. And I'm seeing the three main supervisors from this international company that I work for, which I can't name, coming down the pipeline in their little golf carts, and like smoke is coming out the back because they're like hauling ass like in the middle of the field. And he's like, oh man, it's just, sometimes people have negative vibes and you don't want to chill with them, but you want to blaze it. And he's handing me the J. Damn. And these dudes are like rolling up on me. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, sir, I can't. I really wish I could. And he's like, oh man, it's cool. I respect that. Don't worry about it. I'll say something good. And I got like a 15-cent raise because I didn't. Because
hey,
the owners of the company
were
like, oh yeah, bro, like you did a really good job. And
but
I'm
you
like,
didn't smoke it.
And I'm like, fuck, I didn't, dude.
I should have got him fired.
Yeah.
I should have gotten fired. I really should have.
Well, going back to Woody Harrelson, I have a bad 2 movies from him.
Okay, let's hear.
And they're almost recently. Now You See Me, 1 and 2.
Now You See Me.
Yeah, where they're magicians and they also steal shit from the rich people. And like they're like modern day Robin Hood in a way.
With Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
No wonder why I haven't seen that
those
shit.
2 movies suck so bad, man.
Do you?
I don't even enjoy them. I watched them. I just watched the second one until it came out on Redbox, and I didn't even rent it out. I just fucking saw it on Popcorn Time.
Somebody left it in there and it didn't eat it, and I took it.
I just saw that was for rent and went like, I'm gonna see it on Popcorn Time. Fuck it. So that's what I did, and I wasted my time because I saw it from beginning to end and went like, yeah, this is even worse than the first one.
Well, then I feel like this. Maybe you still give Jesse Eisenberg a chance, but I know I don't. I don't give a fuck about that.
Jesse Eisenberg a chance.
But at this point, you don't.
No, he's already in the fucking.
Because you watched those 2 movies.
No, I watched him for Woody Harrelson.
Oh.
And the fact that magic kind of still interests me.
Yeah, yeah.
I still watch Harry Potter movies and enjoy them.
Of all the, me. Dude. Wait. Shout out my homies.
Even though I don't wear them because I like to wear different kind of clothing, dude. You see my room?
You look like a classy man. I'm looking like a fucking giant
you
child.
You see my room? It's full of fucking Todd McFarlane toys, not open.
That's still classy.
Fucking pop. Well, I just got into the pops, and then, dude, I still have all the Dragon Ball fucking the old ones, the one that didn't move. They're just fucking straight, the cheap ones from China. They're not even the original ones.
Dude, I love bootlegs.
They even look better than the Japanese version.
You know what we should do? We should go look for bootlegs.
Oh, we done that before, and
it's weird what
they got expensive with bootlegs. You know that Godzilla bootleg, it's worth more than the original one. The old ones that didn't have the big fucking spikes on the back. I'm glad I kept it.
Did you?
Yeah, I have one that it's a battery operated one. It just walks slowly.
Yeah.
But if you put water on the top of his head, it just starts smoking.
Oh shit!
It's just a vapor, but it looks fucking badass. I had it since I was in kindergarten.
I think my grandmother threw away a lot of my stuff when I moved out. So like I don't have anything before like I was 4, and I would collect a lot of stuff, and I started recollecting like when I was 17 because it was like fuck, I need to get whatever like what was it? It was the Crow Movie Maniacs, like the first series.
I have that one, but I have the McFarlane toy, which is in a glass case.
It
still has the fucking
diorama
plastic wrapper on it.
Nice.
Because that one's heated, so you can shrink into it.
Yeah. That's a beautiful one. Dude. I used to have the big one, but now I just have I condensed a lot.
There's a few ones that I have that I bought twice, so I can open them, and they're still not open.
I have one open Crow and one that's not, but I remember that's the one. Really, what I look for is the Trendmasters Godzilla from '94 to '95. Like that's my favorite series when it comes to that stuff. And anyways, but going downtown, what were we talking about? Jesse Eisenberg?
We went back to Jesse, but we're still with Woody Harrelson.
Okay, Woody Harrelson. Okay, like is he like Jesse Eisenberg now, where he plays the same role in every fucking movie?
Well, not everyone. Let me see the latest ones.
Because I mean, we talked about Look at Me Now, or what was it? Now you can see.
You can see
that magic movie or whatever.
What that fucking piece of
Fuck
shit.
that movie.
Well, he wasn't Solo. Star Wars. That was a different character. He played
Jesse
Beckett.
Eisenberg or Woody
No,
Harrelson?
Beckett. That's Woody Harrelson. I don't think Jesse Eisenberg's gonna be in the Star Wars movie.
I don't know.
He does not deserve that.
I don't know about that Star Wars Solo. Like such a bad entry.
And here's the thing: they're creep like that. I don't.
Have you seen The Mandalorian?
No, I heard really good things.
I
about
just
the
saw it
first
last
episode.
night,
I
and,
gotta go see it tonight. That I don't have the Disney Plus because they still have a bunch of issues with their streaming. So
Yeah.
you gotta wait for it. It's like a new video game console.
Yeah.
It takes a year for them to kick away the kinks.
Well, I saw The Mandalorian last night, and
Is it really good as they're
let me
saying?
tell you this: I hate Boba Fett. I've never been a Boba Fett fan
No,
because he only comes out for like 10 minutes,
and he has one of the biggest fan base.
and it's
Yeah.
like what is his thing? He doesn't shoot anybody. he literally
He always
turns
misses whatever he shoots. He always misses or stays pointing at it.
he turns fucking what is he all he does is turn over Han Solo to Jabba the Hutt, and then like he pulls out his gun and shoots a random guy. Like he shoots one random guy, and then he's a badass and he falls in the Sarlacc pit and dies. Like get the fuck out of here, dude. Like he doesn't do anything.
Well, they try to put him as a badass in Attack of the Clones.
Oh, that was Django,
Oh yeah, that's his father.
and that's the real
yeah,
Boba
that's the
Fett.
real. That's the first. Well, Boba is his clone basically.
So, anyways, I went into
We went to a different kind of series, and
We
we
went
know
into-
Star Wars gonna be like 7 episodes long, man.
yeah. So it's one of those things where I went into that series with a hate of the Mandalorians, but I recently
So,
watched
is
the
this a
Clone
Boba
Wars.
Fett story or not?
I watched the Clone Wars, and they talk about the Mandalorians being like a cast out tribe that they
Right, so
they
it's a
lost a lot
tribe.
of things a long time ago. They're trying to regain their honor back in the animated Star Wars, the CGI series that came
Yeah.
out on Cartoon Network. So I went into that one with a very conflicting, like, I hate Boba Fett, but the Mandalorians are cool. I just don't like what they do. I went into this and I watched it, and I'm like, okay, it's a space cowboy. It's like if they would have done Firefly without Josh Whedon's jokey jokes all the fucking time.
All right, so we're kind of getting close to. They're kind of imitating Cowboy Bebop
So it's Cowboy Bebop without the cool soundtrack,
without the cool episodes, without everything good
without
about it.
the cool art, but they're doing a lot of fan service. There's
Okay.
a lot of fan service in the Mandalorian.
So just go and see it with an open mind.
yeah, dude.
All
Like
right.
maybe I don't like
Yeah,
it.
when you start hitting a character, it's kind of hard
Yeah.
to give it a second chance, but you barely give it, and then you're like, maybe I watch it.
And there's a
next
baby
episode."
Yoda, dog.
Oh shit, no! Don't ruin it, man.
No, it comes out in the beginning of the fucking. It's the beginning of
Baby
it. It's the
Yoda.
right there.
So it's that old, that story.
no, and this is the thing
Because
that
Yoda is fucking old.
I was trying to think about this the other day. Is that okay? Or I was thinking about it earlier when I saw it. Is that okay? Is this between episode 6 and 7, or is it between like
Or this is like prequel for everything.
3 and 5? I don't know exactly where it lands. Like, so if you guys out there know where it lands, just go ahead and comment because I don't
Yeah,
know what the
'cause-
fuck.
Where what lands? What are you talking about?
Did you watch the Mandalorian
Yeah, we
already?
deviated
No.
to the Mandalorian from.
No, I don't have millions
Solo.
of dollars.
Well, you get it free if you get Verizon. We're not shutting on Verizon because you're not sponsoring us yet. Yo,
I'm
Just
shitting
give
on
me a
Verizon because they screwed me over a bunch of times.
I never have problems with them. I still have them.
Fuck Verizon. $100? No, thank you.
for sure. Anyways,
I literally pay $60 for 3 months. I mean, it's Mint Mobile, but fuck it.
Yeah, I don't complain. I have never had any issues with Verizon.
you have Verizon?
Yeah.
Dude, I live right next to the border, so I always have to get.
So then
like,
if you
it
have
gets
Verizon, you get Disney
Pegasus-
Plus. What the fuck?
Pegasus communication. I'm like, dude, I had to get Cricket because that's the only spot that it actually is good. AT&T sucks where I live. Verizon sucks where I live. Those are the two. And
I
I
had-
never had
T-Mobile.
any issues even in Mexico.
I had
I have
T-Mobile.
the plan for Mexico.
I
so
had
it
Boost
works
Mobile
fine.
for like a week, and the phone died and never turned on, dude. Fucking Boost Mobile, dude. Stupid ass.
That was a terrible thing. Everybody
Still
knew-
exists?
Everyone wanted it, and no.
I mean, if they want to sponsor us,
If they want to sponsor us, we'll start talking shit about
we'll
you, dog.
sing the praises.
Stay sweet, don't change. Anyways, so we
Back
went
to
off in a
Woody
Woody
Harrelson.
Harrelson trip,
Again? How the?
No,
What
we're
did you guys
still,
talk about when I
Woody
left?
Harrelson has a shitload
We've
of
already
movies that
done
we
all
can
these.
deviate.
Now we're going straight into the movie.
Why don't we just talk about Zombieland now?
Let's talk about Zombieland then.
So-
We're gonna cut this last part out anyways.
So it's as always.
Just flash out of it.
So it starts with the what song is it? Is it For
This
Whom the
one-
Bell Tolls?
No, yeah, it is.
It is.
The Bell
Master of
Tolls.
Puppets is for the second one.
Yeah.
But
What was the first one?
The first
Whom
one
the
For
Bell
Whom the Bell
Tolls.
Tolls. Because it was a.
Yeah, you get the bells first.
Don't sing no more. You're gonna get fucking.
Nah, I don't care.
Don't ruin it.
Fucking Metallica.
No, I don't know. The whole
I
thing.
downloaded all the CDs in Napster.
So we can all agree right now, Zombieland 1, classic.
Well, it's a very very well made movie, and I think it had a pretty good idea for a new take on the zombie world kind of thing. You know,
Yeah, let's go with zombie.
I like that Jesse Eisenberg is kind of this like OCD guy or whatever that is
all
like
these
all
rules.
obsessed with the rules. I think that was cool because you're like okay, and then Woody Harrelson is just a badass. He's basically just
Yeah,
well,
he's the cowboy
Jesse
from
Eisenberg
that
is surviving because he's smart. Woody Harrelson is surviving because he's just
What is
a,
he, Tallahassee?
a
Yeah.
fucking Tallahassee,
movie.
and
Tallahassee,
Woody Harrelson. Columbus.
Well, Jesse Eisenberg, so I
Columbus
gotta
is
stop
Jesse
saying Jesse Eisenberg's name. What's
Well,
his name?
Columbus.
Columbus.
Columbus from now on will be discussed. as
Columbus, Tallahassee,
And Emma
Little
Stone's
Rock.
Wichita.
In
And,
Wichita.
Big Al Perslin's Little Rock.
Big Al.
Yeah,
You're
Abigail.
on a
Big
first,
tits Preslin.
you're on a
Little
first
Rock.
name basis at this point.
I was like, I
Yes,
don't
sir.
know. Is she over?
Oh yeah,
21
we
now?
do get Amber Heard in there for a while.
In
She's
the second
she's
one.
406. In the first one,
In that beginning.
she's
the,
a hot
the-
neighbor of 406.
Oh yeah.
The one that dies like right away.
Yeah, the first
she's
zombie
bitten.
that comes out there.
She like falls in asleep in Jesse Eisenberg's like fucking arms and shit, and then she wakes up and she's a zombie.
She's already
That
Yeah,
shit,
yeah, yeah.
So that's the first zombie that Jesse Eisenberg kills.
encounters. Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm trying to sit here and remember because I didn't watch Zombieland 2 watching Zombieland because I knew what it was. You know, you get introduced to the characters, you love these characters, you know you want to have an adventure time with them, and then you jump 10 years and all of a sudden you're in Zombieland 2. But it's perfect that there's enough of a time that they had a family adventures. You go into this thing because the
Yep.
first one was just fucking going right. That's all they're doing is looking for
that's
Twinkies.
yeah.
They have
Yeah,
no
mainly for Twinkies.
they have no fucking point whatsoever except for
No,
the
they
Twinkies.
do. No,
What's the
and
point?
they want to go to the playland, to that fun playland where Little Rock wants to go.
Oh yeah.
That's the whole point of the
cool.
movie. When they pick up Columbus, I mean not Columbus, Wichita and
Wichita,
Little Rock. Since she's a little girl and her dream was to go to that place before all this shit happened, that's where they're trying to go. So
Okay.
that's why the movie at the end ends up there, because I don't know if you remember, but when they separate, when they steal the fucking truck, I think it's the first or second time. It's the second time.
Where the
They go to that fucking place, so that's how they know that they're gonna be
Oh,
there.
when they found that the Hummer.
Yeah,
Where
but
he
they
says,
they
like,
steal.
Thank God for rednecks and
Wi-
full of guns.
Wichita's fucking
Steals
takes the fucking car from them from
Yeah.
Columbus, and that's why it's like a running joke that she just keeps fucking leaving them after like being together for a
Just
while.
like
Yeah.
all women.
But the Twinkie thing is like he's looking for the
He is
Twinkies,
for the Twinkie because they do
So that's
have
a
an
side
expiration
story.
date.
but Tallahassee already knows that everything's fucking over. He's just like, well, I'm just gonna go around, and survive.
It's like they said in the beginning, he's in the ass.
Columbus wanted to go to his home, and
To see if
that's
their parents were
and
still
that's
there.
when the Wichita tells Columbus that
It's all
Ohio is all fucked up already. Like it's fucked.
Which is not a surprise, man. One of the first days going in the zombie apocalypse is gonna be Iowa.
The biggest part of this movie.
Why Iowa?
Have you been to Iowa?
No, I have not been to Iowa.
Oh, if you just drive through there, you'll see like, yep, this has gotta go.
The biggest
Just
part,
because it's garbage trash?
except for
The only
Slipknot.
good thing about their Slipknot.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But
That's it. That's all I can come
It's
out
just
with.
nothing though, right?
Yeah, there's.
they say that
scenes,
there's
but
nothing to
they're
do
just-
and shit. So
There's nothing
know.
to do.
I mean, say that
There's
about
a
Las
lot of
Cruises.
outdoor things.
I can say a
that
lot
you
about
can do, but
Las
they-
Cruises.
There's nothing. They don't do anything.
And you know what? Iowa has Slipknot. Las Cruises has nothing.
Well, Well, yeah, Las Cruces.
Las Cruces has that weird
But here's
bowling
the-
shooting that we never found out what the fuck
Yeah.
happened there.
Wow. Well, Las Cruces sucks. Sorry, guys.
That's probably old New Mexico.
No, I love Las Cruces. You know, I go to Las Cruces and it's methy, but
Dude, I go there and
it's.
I'm not a,
All right,
you
I'm
know
not
what?
talking shit about
I go there and I just feel depressed. Like, God damn.
I like to go to
this sucks.
Mesilla.
I went to NMSU for a little bit and I found it to be
No,
a lot
it's-
of people from the north who grew up on ranches come down and go to
Yeah, it's a lot of
NMSU.
white people.
And then, you know,
Yeah.
you got a lot of Mexican influences, Indian, you know, the Native American stuff. And
I like Mesilla, and I like some of the shops that they have like here and there. There's a lot of mom and pop shops for like records.
But it closes, everything in Las Cruces closes at
Doesn't
like
last.
8:30.
No,
that's not even.
And the
that's not
shops
even
don't
like
last
factories.
long because there's not, you
There's
know, I don't know what the
nothing-
population is, but it's not a lot of people.
It's probably two.
Las Cruces is basically Santa Fe with no money.
I mean,
That's what it is.
That's if you ever go to Santa Fe, it's nice. There's some art here and there.
yeah, but Santa Fe's for rich people.
and it's like, you know,
And
but
it's
there's
still,
some money.
It's for rich people, but it still looks awful.
Okay,
man.
let's stop talking about places that suck.
Let's just say New Mexico.
Fuck
Because-
Iowa, doc. Nah, I don't know. I've never.
Yeah,
been
they're
there.
going first.
I can't. Yeah, all right. So, Zombieland 1. We're gonna say what do you
No,
wanna say
but
about
I
it?
was gonna say the most important what this movie became famous for wasn't because the movie was good. To tell you the truth, it was because of Bill Murray's fucking cameo in the middle of it. That's what fucking broke the whole movie. Just like
Is that what you really?
Yeah, because when people were going to see it, like fans of zombie things, they were going to see it, and then they'd be like, "Holy shit! Like that was like the best cameo ever." And then that shit in social media just like fucking blew up. The fuck, everybody wanted to see who the cameo was because they were trying to keep it secret. And then like, oh, it's Bill Murray, but it's like the most awesome fucking cameo. That cameo was the one that
It's
like
Bill Murray as Bill Murray.
Yeah.
that cameo was the one that just made Zombieland like, you know, like make millions of dollars.
I don't know.
To tell
I
you the
think
truth.
Bill Murray had a huge, and then we're going to Scarlett Johansson because we just had a tangent on thotties. But since what was that fucking one with Scarlett Johansson?
Which-
That Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson are in. Lost in
Lost
Translation.
in Translation.
Ever since Lost in Translation, I feel like Bill Murray just has been like an indie god, where it's like Royal Tenenbaums, all
No,
that other stuff,
well,
Zuzu.
I mean, I think that Bill Murray has always been like this huge thing because he was like picking and choosing his roles too. Like I wasn't at the beginning, he was just doing like the SNL stuff, like for sure.
And where the Buffaloes roam.
But after that, like he started like, you know, here and there. And you know what? He's always Bill Murray.
So do you think that Bill Murray's cameo in one overshadows Zombieland, the zombies in Zombieland? Because I feel like Zombieland
No,
1 is a
I
great
don't think it
movie.
was.
it's not about the movie not being what I said. Is that his cameo
Is what brought people in.
brought people in. That I'm not saying the movie's bad or the movie suffered.
No,
or-
what I said, do you feel like it overshadows it? Because
no.
I think Zombieland makes its own rules and, you know, plays with the zombie aesthetic very well. Like, it's good, you know, it's good. Maybe I wish they would have done scarier clowns at the end, and I wish it would have had a little bit, but it had the great amount
But,
of
well,
gore.
they couldn't make scary
It
clowns at the
didn't-
moment because they were just zombies.
It didn't
so
over-
They just turned into them, so they're still not decaying that bad.
It didn't.
Remember all the zombies? None of them still look so decayed like on the second one.
So it
didn't,
was like in the beginning of the
Yeah, it
zombie
was.
apocalypse.
Yeah.
it didn't overshadow like Bill Murray, but yeah, it's what brought Zombieland to the mainstream, I would say, because I think that this was like almost like one of those throwaway movies, like a B movie, like I said. Yeah, people find out, oh, it's really good.
But look at the cast. We were just talking about Woody Harrelson,
Emma
Doesn't
Stone.
matter, dude.
Emma
Like,
Stone, and Abigail Breslin, who are very up and coming. And then you have Columbus, because we
if-
don't say your name. no
if
more.
Bill Murray hadn't come out in that movie, for sure, second movie wouldn't have been done. One,
But Garfield.
yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't think
But Garfield, though.
he wouldn't have come out.
Garfield.
It like that second one wouldn't have come out because I would say Cabin in the Woods is like a classic too, but since it doesn't have anything like to bring in the fucking like the regular people don't fucking know about that movie.
Chris Helmsworth is in that getting
And
naked.
nobody went to see that movie, dude, and it was stuck in like fucking development for 2 years.
Cabin in the Woods
Cabin
Yeah,
in the
that's
Woods.
with
Sweet horror.
Sigourney Weaver.
Cabin in the
No,
Woods,
no,
dude, the
Cabin in
one
the
with,
Woods,
with
it's,
Chris
with-
Hemsworth, yeah,
yeah.
and the one where
Oh
the
yeah, Sigourney Weaver was there. Yeah, you're right.
And those the fucking bald guy. What's his name, dude? Well, they're the ones that are the ones.
The father in Role Models.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that movie is a classic, dude. Now it's like, wow, everybody's like, holy shit, this movie is like great, whatever. But it's not known in the mainstream.
Who wrote that again? It was Joss Whedon.
Yeah, because if let's say that it would have had a cameo like Bill Murray's cameo, that shit would have brought it to the fucking.
Had Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, he said yes. I don't remember her in this shit, but
She's
Yeah,
the
she
director.
is. She's by the
yeah,
end.
she's the director. That's right. But that movie
I
has
feel like that movie.
so many references and so many fucking horror, stories, like telling you basically where all
they
these
came
monsters
from.
come from.
Well, I feel like this is where that movie is. It's for a true fan of not just horror, but of pop culture, whatever. It's a good, like,
Dude, it's a good
it's a
movie.
salad. It's a salad.
I think it's a good movie regardless because my wife doesn't watch horror movies. She doesn't know who Hellraiser is. She doesn't know, like, and when we saw that movie, she really loved that movie.
Sorry,
dude.
I'm gonna have to move this over here because I'm fucking here.
Cabin in the Woods. She saw that movie and she loved that movie, and she didn't care about the references. Yeah, but we as like horror fans knew, what was happening, kind of what was.
But it was
Dude, there's not that much info about the movie.
But it's a good
in
movie,
IMDb.
and that movie didn't break into through the mainstream because it didn't have.
But
a
I feel
cameo
also
like that.
people who don't like the Buffy the Vampire Slayer style of writing, and there's a lot of people who didn't like that quippy joke, very teenagey, self-aware
But it's
little
not.
joke.
I don't think it's. Not
I think
just,
it took away from it. People
There's a
didn't
lot
like
of very good movies, dude, from around that time that didn't break through, like Zombieland, because of Bill Murray, for sure. Like, what's that? Tucker and Dale versus Evil, dude. An amazing movie,
it.
too.
Wasn't that like a very specific, like a direct TV release or something?
No, it
Didn't
wasn't.
that have a weird?
It came
release?
out in the fucking
It
theaters.
came on select theaters.
But it didn't break up because it doesn't have the fucking star power just that surprise. I think it was a surprise because even if Zombieland had said it has Bill Murray in it, I don't think people would be like, oh, I want to go see Bill Murray.
I don't know. I really liked. I did go see Zombieland in the theaters.
I
and
saw it twice in the theater.
I really liked it. I thought it had, like I said, its own lore. And this is the thing with me. I'm a zombie movie. I could talk to you about zombie movies for hours. And the thing is, with this one of the main things I look for in zombie movies is it either respects the genre or it creates its own lore. And I feel like Zombieland, and even into the second one, does both of those things. It respects what is happening, ravenous zombies eating people, and it also creates its own mythos of jokes, or like, you gotta runner, you gotta whatever, you gotta do cardio, you gotta do this thing.
Yeah.
Like, it plays within itself and the medium, which I appreciate so much about both movies.
Well, this movie was written by the guys that wrote Deadpool 1 and 2. And you hate Deadpool.
I hate Deadpool the character from the 90s.
Well, they're the ones that wrote both movies.
Yeah, those were Red Reese and
and
Paul
they
Wernick.
so they got the money to do the Zombieland double tap, basically, because of Deadpool. Dude. So that's another thing.
I think I watched Deadpool
Thanks
because it said the dudes from Zombieland
to
wrote it.
Deadpool, we have Zombieland double
Yeah.
tap. But anyways, Zombieland is great. I mean, I bought it on DVD the moment it came out. I don't even have it on Blu-ray because it was when Blu-rays were like the 4K of now.
Yeah, we're like
Fucking
60
like
bucks.
40, 60. Yeah, it's like ridiculous. But Zombieland, an amazing movie. I like, the zombie kills week. Like
Yeah,
there's
they
a lot
only
of
kept one zombie kill of the week.
there's a
Yes,
lot of
in the
like
first one.
really really good things in this movie, especially how Tallahassee's like this badass, but he's kind of dumb too because like these two girls keep like stealing his shit.
Yeah, he's a badass, but he's still not that bright.
I think he shows that he has heart
That's what the character is.
because he keeps saying like,
He's
no,
Lobo.
I don't
Yeah.
care, like all these, and then like he cares. And I like the whole story too that they keep thinking that he had a daughter that he
No,
lost.
he kept talking about a puppy, and they're like, "Oh, he lost a dog."
Oh yeah, they
That's
keep
what-
it.
Then his puppy
It's
turned
a
out to be
little
his
girl.
son.
uh-huh.
No, it's a kid.
It's a kid.
It's a boy. His little boy just died on the zombie apocalypse, so that's when just broke him up and made him into.
God, I don't remember that part. Now
No,
I'm gonna have
that's
to
when
watch
they're in Bill
Zombieland
Murray's
again.
house, and they're
Are you
playing
sure it wasn't
Oh,
Monopoly.
okay.
You sure it wasn't a little girl though?
It was a kid. It wasn't a girl.
I thought it was a little girl.
And
The kid is a girl.
I think you're
No,
just being
little
sexist,
boy.
bro.
No, it's a little boy. It's a little boy. I know the movie. And so
Well, I'll put the clip right here.
He's
Best thing about Zealand, no Facebook status updates. Rob Curtis is gearing up for Friday. Who cares?
Well, the best thing is no more flushing. Epic.
And the worst thing about Zealand?
You mean other than the fact that I shot Bill Murray?
That's easy. Losing Buck.
That's his puppy.
I'll tell you, I never thought I could love anything like Buck. It's just the day he was born, I just lost my mind.
Sorry.
We were two peas. He had my personality, my laugh, my appetite.
Laugh. And that's when it hit me. I felt so ashamed that it had taken me this long. Me, with the best cardio in the business, to realize I wasn't the only one running from something.
Made this wallet together out of duct tape.
Take away a man's son, you've truly given him nothing left to lose.
I haven't cried like that since Titanic.
And, I mean, I love this movie. I think this movie for me was like a 9 out of 10, dude. And I loved it at the time. I still do. And it has a lot of like really great moments, a lot of like jump scares and stuff. The slow motion at the beginning, of course.
Yeah. That's good.
I don't know. It's pretty cool.
Well, I think the directing was great. The effects were great. The first Zombieland, fantastic. Watch it if you're a fan of horror, if you're a fan of comedy, or if you're a fan of both of those things.
Just
You're
even
gonna
just like
watch
B movies.
Now, Zombieland 2, which
Double
I'm pretty
tap.
sure everybody wants to know.
Zombieland double tap.
What did you really think of it? And one, what did you think of it? What is it to you?
To me, this one wasn't as good as the first one.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go straight up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that I really like about this movie, and there's a lot of things that I really hate about this movie.
Okay.
There's some things where I was like cringing, because I was like, why did they do that shit? Like
Like the hippies?
unnecessary things. No, I think the hippies is like okay because
Because you gotta make fun of those.
and
guys.
but
We know
it wasn't in
they're
your
the
face.
weakest link.
It wasn't in your face like the whole time. I think the my least favorite part about this movie was the fucking doppelgangers. Like that shit was dumb, dude. Like to me, it used to feel like, oh, dude, if a zombie apocalypse was happening, like not that it's like real, but I'd be like, this is like, you know what would happen. This is how I would feel.
It'd be Dawn of the Dead.
This would be like my friends, you know, like, oh yeah, well maybe I would survive because I'd be like this or whatever. And then when you do a dumb shit where it's like, oh yeah, you're gonna find these two guys that are exactly like you. Like I was just like, that was too much.
Well, maybe that's the only mindset that survives in the zombie apocalypse.
No, but that made it cartoon style, fucking, you know, like it was too cartoony. It wasn't long
I still
though.
liked it. For me, still the first one.
He liked it though, but you liked it like.
No, I liked it.
Yeah.
I still think the first one was better because it introduced like the whole, what would be the scenario of it actually happens, a zombie apocalypse, and I liked on the second one that they created a scenario where they evolved. Like now, yeah, they're done with the fats, and they become the homers, which are done, and then we have the runners, and we got the new ones, the T-800s, which they're kind of really hard to kill. You really gotta destroy their
800 or 1,000?
T-800s.
800. They call them like Terminator.
Yeah, they're the Terminator.
The first Terminator. But
I guess if they start running, then it's 1,000.
I don't know. I think that the second one
No,
was.
they got runners.
I think that the
They're
second
called
one
the
went
runners.
more into the funny side than the first one. They went more into the comedy side because also like I was waiting for like zombie kill of the week, like that shit. I remember in the first one it was the piano, dropping
the piano
over.
lady.
I was like, yeah, that's cool.
Sister,
This one, the
whatever.
Tower of Pizza, dude. Come on, Pizza. I'm sorry. Come on, dude. Like that shit was like fucking Daffy Duck, fucking bullshit, dude. Come on, like I don't know, like those kind of things. They like at that moment when it happened, I was like, nah. But like it didn't like.
Then let me say this before I tell you my thing. Did you like Deadpool 2?
Yeah.
Did you like it more than the first one?
I don't
did,
know. Parts.
because of the fact that we had cable and we get the Juggernaut in the way that
Yeah, okay.
it's supposed to be.
You're
It's
nerding out
Juggernaut.
though. No, I think as a story, I mean, the second one has a little bit more heart than the first one. I think both
Well,
of them.
the first one's an origin story, basically.
I'm just
so-
trying to set up a bit of a platform or a foundation to see what
The thing
the
is,
Zombieland and the thing.
the thing is, Deadpool is self-aware and it's all a comedy. Like Deadpool is more about comedy.
Than a
and
comic
It's
book.
always been like that.
The Zombieland, what they did though was that it wasn't serious. I'm not gonna say it's serious. The first one's not serious, but the second one went to levels of cartoon. Like it went to like things where it's like, come on, dude, come on. I would believe that the Tower of Pisa thing, if like let's say he like runs,
If you were dicking around in the zombie apocalypse and you had
It would
nothing
be
to
like
do
that. It will
but
it'll get
murder
cartoonish.
zombies,
yeah, and
and
you would do
survive?
it with a fucking crank for the car.
I
Come
might.
on,
I
no,
just might.
you can't
I
do
just
that.
might. And this is what I liked about
It wouldn't
Zombieland
move
2.
it a fucking centimeter, dude.
It was
Like,
super self-aware as fuck, and it knew what it was doing, and it was gonna
No.
play with it, and it was gonna say, "Look, if we do either a scarier version of Zombieland, that's gonna suck.
No,
if we
I-
do a more serious version of
It's go-
Zombieland,
yeah, it was gonna
that's
suck.
gonna suck. We have to do
No, I
a
thought.
self-aware, because that's what it was. It was a completely from the doppelgangers, and this is what I was sitting there thinking. I was like, this movie knows what it is, doesn't give a fuck, and is gonna shit on itself over and over and over. So by the end of the movie, when you got a monster truck mowing down 1,000 zombies, you're like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
No,
That's
yeah.
something that
Like,
really would happen.
and it was
man.
just like, yeah, dude, for reals, like I would be. It's the satire.
Yeah, but that's
satire,
that's
that
going
joke.
to the whole thing of Dead Rising though. Like, if you played Dead Rising, you're putting fucking mascot heads on the fucking zombies and taking pictures of them, and like doing all this bullshit too. Because Dead Rising is all about what would you do in the zombie, and that you would be having fun and whatever. If you're a badass, yeah, that's fine by me. I'm not saying that Zombieland like Double Tap was ruined or anything. It wasn't.
You know what I really did not like about Zombieland 2 is the hippies, and this is what I like the characters.
But that's
of the
because you
hippies.
hate hippies.
No, well, I do.
Everyone hates fucking
Fucking
hippies, man.
Take a bath, but I really hated it that they didn't go into those characters. They didn't go into the whole Babylon thing. They didn't. They were already. They had set so much time up looking for the girls and the doppelgangers and
But I don't-
Vegas and all these.
Well,
other
I thought there
things.
was
They
more
would've
people
got
there though than
Graceland.
there was.
If they would have gone into like really into how they built Babylon, it's a different.
No,
movie.
I think if you would have given those characters one or two jokes, the way they gave what was the name of the blonde, the hot blonde? They introduced a hot blonde in it, so
Hold on.
you're introduced into this character, and it's funny. So
Zoe
whenever
Dutch.
they come back,
Well, and watching the trailer, I thought she was gonna be annoying.
Yeah,
and she
Madison
wasn't,
is
dude.
Zoe Dutch.
yeah. So at the end of the movie, you're like, oh, the shit's cool that she's back, right? So
Dude, I
why
really
didn't-
liked her character.
Why didn't they do that with the hippies, where they could have just given me one joke? They could have just given everybody like a stupid little skit. So
No.
when you get to the main and people are fighting and it's
No,
like
it's 'cause
you get connected to it. They just missed that out. That's me.
I
just
think
missed
it's
out on
because
it.
they were trying to
wrap it up.
no to do the whole thing too about Little Rock going through being a teenager, dude, and like the first time, that's how teenagers are. Like they hold on to something new, and then that's what they are for that fucking moment in time, and that's what Little Rock did. It's
That's
like
an interesting. That's actually an interesting.
That's how, like,
concept you just presented.
I
me.
think like if it would have been like a metal dude, she would have fucking fallen in love with the metal dude and like everything metal. That's what happens with teenagers. So I think that they did that right. I think it was funny that it was like they had to make it into the hippies peaceful bullshit because
Yeah, because
there's
always
like
gonna be
they
there.
had to take away the guns
even
and stuff
even
for the
si-
ending. you know?
every if you could see like every side of the apocalypse, let's deviate for a little bit. What's called this series that sucks now? The Walking Dead. You go the one as soon as they reach that city. What's it called? The little town. The one they take up, Alexandria. They're all about peace, like and trade. Like, yeah, you're gonna be the weakest link around there. Because it's an apocalypse. Everyone.
Is there an Amber Alert happening?
And
I don't know. I feel like
so it's the same for Babylon.
I thought it was funny. I really thought it did its own thing. It was making fun of it. It's a joke after
We
joke
all
after
knew
joke
going
after
in there
joke.
it's just a comedy.
It's
Bill
a fun
Murray
movie,
with
dude.
gore.
Bill
A
Murray, the Bill Murray part is excellent. We won't ruin it for you.
Well, the Bill Murray part is not even part of the movie.
It's not even part. Well, don't
No,
ruin
it
it.
just
Doesn't matter, dude.
it's already been a while, man. So,
Yeah, all right.
It's already gonna come out like on DVD. But like, the Bill Murray part is not part of this movie. They just, I think that what they did here, they were looking to get like a Bill Murray level cameo, which I think they really tried with fucking Luke Wilson, and like.
Luke Wilson will never have the star power that Bill Murray.
But that's what I'm
Ever,
saying. Like,
ever.
like it didn't do it. So I think they even realized that
Luke Wilson was never a Ghostbuster.
even after finishing the movie, I think they realized that they didn't have the cameo star power
Zombieland is infuriating me, dog.
of that. They didn't have the.
Fuck Jesse Eisenberg.
Well,
They didn't have the
every
star
movie
power.
with Jesse Eisenberg is gonna have a fucking.
So what they did, dude, was the Bill Murray part.
Wilson.
The Bill Murray part at the end, and I really think, and I was telling him that better than the whole movie is that last fucking part. Like, I don't know.
I like the monster truck part. I really like.
No, I like the
I
whole
don't, I
movie.
don't think that
People
for
were
me, Bill Murray's cameo wasn't the best thing there. It was good.
No, I
but
think it was
I have
the
a
best.
lot of fucking scenes that I like, especially the killings. Man.
Dude,
the monster
every-
truck
Yeah,
killing
yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah,
fucking badass.
Every single word that Bill Murray says at the end is a fucking joke.
The buffalo
and
ran.
it's funny, dude.
The
The
buffalo.
buffalo run.
And
That's
the-
really
that
good.
okay. That's a part that they didn't go into that I also wish they would have. Where Tallahassee starts talking about he's part Native American, and then he has the call of the wild, and that he
Yeah.
wants to run with the buffalo. Then that the way they would lead the buffalo into a hunt is they would force them off a cliff, and then obviously go down there and scavenge the meat. But they did this for the actual ending, and like I go back to the ending where it's just like, oh, we're just gonna end it. You know, we're not gonna have like a siege where hippies are throwing flowers at zombies. You know, it could have done so much with that last 30 minutes of it, and instead they spent the time fighting the doppelgangers, which is true. You know, but it's also like they were taking a shit on themselves while they were fighting themselves at the same time.
It's because I don't know. To me, that doppelganger shit was kind of useless. I think it was more of like just a joke. I mean, like you said, they're self-aware and they're doing it, and they don't give a fuck. And it's true. I liked it, but a lot of people are just gonna be like, same shit again. Even a lot of people are gonna be like, same shit again with the Bill Murray, because I mean, we all love Bill Murray, but there's a lot of people that don't. So it's a good thing that they put it at the end.
You
And
need to hate him or love him.
and
You're
they
probably
try-
gonna be there. You have your own opinion.
and the
but
only way to
yeah,
bring him back
again,
was to fucking show before, because
like
he's
he
dead.
was the first one to kill zombies.
Because he's fucking dead. So I mean, I don't know. I do like this movie. I am going to like fucking get it for on Blu-ray and all that shit. I do like it, but I still think
I
like
feel like it's gonna grow on you.
the first one is way better.
I
than
feel
the
like
second
I
one.
feel like this movie is gonna. You're gonna watch it a second time and be like, you know what, that was funny.
No, I don't think so.
But this is what I feel about this movie.
If I can
personally.
skip, if I can delete the doppelganger scenes, I'm good.
Bro, that's the heart of the movie, bro. It's the symbolism of it, dog.
Nah, dude, the heart of the movie is
I think the reality with this movie is that in the realm of sequels, of all films that have had a part 2 that we waited on and been like in anticipation, and then it finally come out and it's like, whatever. I'll wait until the dollar movies. This is an excellent sequel of any sequel I've seen in the last maybe like 5 to 6 years, because it does play to itself. It's not trying to pretend to be something else. It's not trying to update itself and be a new thing or copy what the last 5-6 years or whatever the new style of direction or art or whatever. It did Zombieland Part 2. It was Zombieland Part 2, and never at any point in time did I say like, all right, this movie is just whatever. It's
Did
just a copy.
you
It's
did
just
you
a
ever
whatever.
see the TV show, dude?
Zombieland?
It had
it had
like
a
a
TV
couple.
show, but it didn't
Are you
Not that
serious?
long.
The
Yeah.
TV show was fucking good, and they didn't pick it up after like a little bit because people. It was when
brought it up.
Amazon Video was barely fucking starting, and it was one of their first shows, and I saw all those, and they were. It was Tallahassee, but it wasn't the actors, of course.
Yeah.
It was different actors, but that shit was funny.
Was it like Mortal Kombat Annihilation?
No, that shit was
No,
funny,
no,
dude.
here-
It was a good fucking TV show. I fucking liked that.
That
show.
Mortal Kombat show was.
And you know what's the best part about the TV show, dude? No fucking Jesse Eisenberg. It was another kid, and he was better, dude. I fucking swear. Maybe not
Who played
Tallahassee,
Columbus? Tyler Ross. was the one
because
playing Columbus.
because Tallahassee is not
See what
Woody
he
Harrelson
said.
in this movie, but in this TV show. But dude, they used to have the first episode on
this-
YouTube.
I mean, I don't want to say the word, but
Let me see. Well, he looks kind of funny.
he's a strange looking
That's
man.
that's that guy.
Yeah, it was
He
kind
looks like a crackhead.
it was kind of weird to watch it at the beginning, like because you're used to Woody Harrelson.
So it picks up after the first one.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, it's a continuation.
it's a and that show.
How many was it? One season?
No, I don't even think it was.
No,
a
it
season.
didn't make it to a full season.
It didn't fucking make it
Dude,
because
now with the streaming wars that are happening now,
they didn't
Well,
pick
this
it
is
up.
at the beginning.
compared to the beginning where it was like, what was it? Yahoo Studios, Amazon, and something else. Like those were the three ones that were trying to pump out all this content.
Amazon was that show. I think it was when
Here's the thing.
the Tick was about
They
to
no
come
longer
out.
they no longer call it a TV series. It's a TV movie. It's only 28 minutes long.
Yeah, because it's
So
only
what's
one
just
episode. It's
one
only the
episode?
pilot.
It's a pilot.
Yeah.
episode?
Because dude,
That's it.
it was when Prime Video. It was when Prime
Here we
Video
go.
was like
It's
start.
labeled as TV movie. That's it.
It was when Prime Video was like barely starting. Like nobody was using that shit for video streaming.
A lot of people probably didn't even know they had fucking
No,
video
and it's because Prime Video wasn't on consoles or on phones or anything.
I
It
think
was,
we still also had like 1G still.
you had to go to the fucking
Yeah,
to
we were
the
back then.
to the Amazon to the fucking page and like stream it from there.
Yeah.
Cause I remember when they announced it, I was like, "Fuck yeah, I want to see it," and I fucking like streamed it on my computer and I connected it to the TV.
That's
and
how it
they-
was with the last season of Community, where
The Yahoo.
they were all on Yahoo, and it was just like, this is weird, but
Yeah, you know when you go to Yahoo.
Yeah, you
you're-
didn't care.
I always like going.
well,
to
that's
that
what I
one.
liked about Zombieland is that at any point in time, it could have been really douchebaggy, corny, lame, and it chose not to. And this is what I'm talking about Zombieland 2 is like, I really liked it because they could have done worse. Owen Wilson. It could have been the Wilson brothers saying "wow" for like 30 minutes, and it would have been like, "oh, this is a great zombie," but they didn't. They could have done all the lame Hickory jokes. They could have done the blonde jokes. Even the blonde lady that was a caricature, an obvious character, had a great character development arc where at the end of the movie you're like, I really like that character. For some reason, I really like the blonde girl.
Well, I liked it from the beginning, man.
Because of titties, but we all know we like titties.
Not really. I
liked
really
her
thought
because of the blonde first.
I really thought that she was gonna be annoying as hell, and it wasn't. For some reason,
Yeah.
it wasn't. Like because in the fucking when you saw the trailer, actually the trailer is fucking shitty.
And somehow Jesse Eisenberg isn't as awful when I see him
yeah.
as what's his name, Sarasota?
Well, because he wasn't the main fucking character.
Columbus.
He wasn't the main character in this one. I think in the first Zombieland, I think it's more of like, oh, let's follow him because
Isn't his narration though?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
he's always
saying.
gonna be there.
But in this second one, they take it a little bit more away because now you're invested in the other characters.
You're invested in Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, it becomes
Exactly.
more like a family in this one.
I mean,
That's why you're invested in all of them.
there's like a fucking video game too that came out. I don't know. I have no idea how it like if it's good or not.
There's
It's,
a
like,
Zombieland video game?
it's
Yeah.
$40.
We're waiting till it comes free.
Zombieland.
Is it in association with the movie?
Yeah, it
Are
came
you
out with
serious?
Double Tap.
Yeah.
But what is it called? Road Trip. It's called Zombieland Road Trip. And it looks top down and like it's
Put
just,
some gameplay up of this because
Well, I
wanna
am
see
gonna
what
put it.
the
Yeah, we'll
fuck
put it
is.
on.
So, anyways, I guess like for me, this one is a 7 out of 10. I do really like it. There's like a lot of really.
A 7 is not a very high score for a movie you like.
I like
What's
it.
another movie you
9
like
out of
that's a
10?
7?
What?
You
I don't
said
know.
7
What,
out of 10.
why do you take it as?
I want to know.
It's
what-
passing, bro.
It's
It's passing.
Yeah, it's a cold road. It's Zombieland Double Tap of road.
Because I don't think it lives up to the first one.
Tell me another 7 out of 10 of a movie that's like that for you. What's a 7-10?
I'm trying to think of what else.
Because that's not a drunken night at the bar. 'Cause
No, but I still like
that's a
it.
3 out of 10.
But I don't think that this is gonna be a movie that are like, oh, I put on like a bunch of times and watch it like a shitload of times. I can't. The first one I do.
So would you recommend this movie to somebody who's not a Zombieland fan?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
as a comedy, dude, it's awesome. I don't even think that you really need to follow the first one if you haven't seen the first one, because he pretty much recaps kind of like, you know, and then this is like a whole different, I guess, era of these characters, because it's been 10 years, I guess, since. So, I mean, you don't even have to like watch them back to back, because it's almost gonna feel weird that it's like, oh, she was like little Rock was like literally little, and then like now she's like fucking big. But
Big A. Shout out Big A Breslin.
it's a good movie.
Nice tits.
But to me, I don't
Dude,
think
they're
it's gonna
everywhere,
be,
man.
it's gonna be
I
a
couldn't take my eyes off of them, man, to be honest.
a classic like the first one did.
It
So.
makes me feel weird.
You consider the first one a classic
Yeah.
within the whatever genre or whatever?
Plus, I mean,
Whatever,
I would
whatever
say
you-
like zombie comedies, because you can't even say horror comedies, because I mean it's not even that scary. You know?
Zombies, they're on their own.
I think it's like a
genre.
zombie.
They're their own genre. They're not horror.
You know what it
They're
feels
zombie
like?
genre. That's it.
This feels like a comic book, dude. Like a comic book, fucking like something that you would read. You know, like you would pick up, and it's like, oh, it's a fucking zombie comic book. Not like The Walking Dead, of course, but something more. I guess a little bit more campy and a little bit more out there. I feel like maybe if there was like a Dead Rising fucking story, it'd be like this, because it almost goes to that
Well, there is a
to
fucking
that-
Dead Rising movie.
to that fucking point.
Is it?
No, but not that those fucking shitty ass.
There's two.
Not like the House of the Dead.
They're
Like,
from Crackle, so you know. You
Yeah.
already know where this is going.
but that's what I'm
Boy.
telling you. Like the House of the Dead and
Here's
like
the
all.
thing, it's a fucking
So
rat.
that-
It's a rabbit hole. Those two
Where
movies.
the
man.
Liberty lady is doing
No,
like
but
the
it's
kid.
what's his name? The guy that fucking
Fuck.
like retired from Ube
Yo,
Bowl.
bro, yeah.
I fucking hate that guy, dude.
That dude's a piece of
He has a
trash
good
for
movie
sure.
though. Like
He lost
Rampage.
his mind.
Rampage is a good
Yeah.
movie. That's a good movie.
The shooting one?
Yeah, the one where the kid that just fucking goes out and shoots people.
Oh, that he has
That
a-
movie's good, man.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it has to do nothing with any
Have
video
you seen
games.
Blood Rain?
No, all those movies suck.
Don't
No,
never
man.
watch Blood Rain.
No,
All the-
I saw the first one.
Blood
and
Rain is just as bad as the garbage pail.
All
Kids
the
movie.
I
video
think it's
game
still
movies.
worse.
All the video game movies that Ube Bowl made are so
They're all-
shitty. dude.
Night
Yeah.
Trap Podcast Challenge. Watch Blood Rain and Garbage Pail Kids and try not to kill yourself the next day.
Good luck.
People are gonna do it just for shits and giggles.
Kill themselves or watch those movies.
To me, the number one fucking zombie movie that is like kind of funny, I want to say like completely funny, and it has gore and it's fucking ridiculous, and it knows it too, is Planet Terror. To me, that's my perfect fucking movie, dude. Especially the Mexicans. They're the heroes.
But I feel like that's a weird homage. It's such an homage to the genre that it does a great thing. And I'm gonna give you mine. I'm gonna say this is a solid 8 out of 10 on the Sucio scale, because you never get a good sequel ever in your fucking life. How many times have we sat through a sequel and
And it keeps
Hated
getting
it.
worse.
this is one of the rare instances where you want to say like, yeah, dude, I want you to watch this. If you like Zombieland, you're gonna love this one. I think it's so self-aware that it playing against itself made it way better than if it tried to do its own thing and break away. No, it's gonna be this is Zombieland. You know, like if they do a third one, I don't expect it to be worse. It's not gonna be like Rambo.
It's just gonna be the same.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
You're still gonna get
You
your
know what
laughs.
you get. It's
You're
a
still
formula.
gonna get your zombie feel.
You got some titties there.
Yeah.
You got a monster truck running through heads. You kill off characters that you hate, and then you realize how much you hate those characters when you're sitting there watching them be fucking anal retentive against each other like the mirror, and you're just like, yeah, dude, like those characters do suck. Fucking maybe you should have a character arc and not be such a douchebag
I was like, I don't care.
and not treat your girlfriend
I
like
could have seen
garbage.
those fucking guys like just fucking leave.
I think it's a
I wouldn't give a
satisfying,
shit.
great entry to the Zombieland. I'm glad Woody Harrelson is back doing what he should do. I can't wait for him to be Carnage and fucking Venom.
Oh,
too.
You know,
fuck
you
yeah.
know why I think that this movie maybe didn't like succeed as much as we wanted it to, because it fucking took too long, dude.
It
Like,
did take long. You're right.
Yeah, it did take
way too fucking long.
you're
10
right.
years, so it did take long.
Way
so.
too fucking long. Because, like, literally, dude, like, you could have had a kid in 2009 and now they're 10 years old. Which I literally fucking almost did. Because she's 11. This was 10 years ago, dude. So,
You know, we was watching Zombieland when it was Bottle Feed.
it's just fucking way too fucking long, dude, for a movie to fucking. It's, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't have been as good, you know, if they would have rushed it. Maybe.
I feel like maybe
I
that
think
give
for
it, they
me,
gave it some.
yeah, for me it was, even though it was 10 years, it was a good fucking waiting time. Because if they would have just rushed it a year after, or 2 years, or 3, they're probably just gonna fucked it up. Because
I don't think they would.
They were gonna make the. For me, I think they were gonna make the same movie.
I don't think they would have fucked
As
it
the
up
first
though.
one, and waiting for 10 years, they just went like you say, self-aware. Like, yeah, let's go ahead and just go overboard.
I don't know if they would have fucked it up because I think they're good writers. I don't think we have seen. I mean, Deadpool 1 and 2 are not that far apart, you know. And it's alright.
Let me say this about Deadpool, and this is why I was asking you earlier, and I really wanted to know your opinion.
You were being a douchebag.
I'm always I'm a self-aware douchebag, but
At least you know it.
but the reality is like I didn't like Deadpool 2 as much as I like Deadpool 1 because I didn't expect to like Deadpool 1.
All right.
You know, I walked into Deadpool 1 and I was like, yeah, I
You were
fucking
like, this
hate
is
this
gonna
movie.
probably gonna.
R-rated
awful.
Spider-Man, I get it, whatever.
But that shit that you're saying, dude, that's what happened to me with and that's why I hate trailers, and that's why I hate hearing other people tell me about what they think about the movies before I'm watching them, which is exactly what we're doing to the people that are watching it. But
Yeah, but we're doing like what 3 weeks.
but for
after
me,
more?
Detective Pikachu, dude, wasn't as great as they told me because I kept seeing Deadpool, dude, and I was just like, it's Deadpool without any bad words. It's just Deadpool, like.
It's a cute version of Deadpool.
I like the action in that movie.
I don't think it's a bad movie, but always when
Detective
somebody
Pikachu.
fucking hypes up a movie and then I watch it, I'm just like, it's just not as
Well,
great
yeah,
as they told me.
that's the problem with now. They're just doing overhype every fucking movie.
Well, I think that's
So-
this is why I was getting into the Deadpool 1 and 2 thing is that we give people this is our opinion, and if you agree with whether yours or mine, you have somebody to say like, yeah, dude, I completely agree with whatever, and this is where my likes are, you know.
Well,
obviously my likes are different from yours and my likes are different from
And
yours.
that's our opinion, yeah. Like,
And we meet in this middle area where it's like
Even though we do try to meet in the middle area, and then sometimes it doesn't
Deadpool
look
2
like
wasn't
it,
as great
but-
as Deadpool 1. Can we agree to that?
no.
No?
But I
No.
enjoy the second one.
You like the second
Yeah.
one more than the first one?
No, I think maybe it'd be like around equal.
So
To me,
okay, look how different.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mine is I love Deadpool 1, not 2. Yours, I love Deadpool 2 more, and you're like half and half.
Yeah.
So.
What I don't like is when people go like for example, if I say I fucking hate this movie, and then somebody tells me like, why do you fucking hate it? Like, no, and they're trying to convince me to like it. Like,
No, we're not convincing it.
No,
we're,
no.
we're
No,
telling
no.
each other.
I'm not telling you.
This is our influences.
I'm
and
not
why
telling
we
you
like it.
guys. Like, what I mean is like, I have a friend that does that a lot, and he'll fucking want to murder me if I don't like a movie that he really liked, dude. For example, it was like the fucking the Dark Knight. I love that movie, dude.
I know who.
Yeah,
Shout out the one guy that doesn't like.
I
The
think
Dark
that
Knight.
movie is a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a classic, but
Is
you
his name
gotta
Jack.
you gotta understand. No, his name is something. I'll tell you off air. But you know, at the moment where I was, he came out of the movie saying, "It was the fucking greatest movie ever.
Yeah,
Nothing's
yeah.
gonna beat that." And I was like, "Come on, dude. Like, no, it's not.
Then we
Like,
get
it's a
joked.
good movie, but it's not the best movie ever." And he just like, "What? You fucking kidding me, dude? Like, I fucking hate that shit. I don't like it when they're trying to convince me otherwise, because it's our opinions. It's like."
Yeah, you already have your opinion.
You
and
already
they're
made up-
trying to change it because
It's like
they
speaking-
think they're right always.
It's
So I
like
think
speaking
that's-
politics and religion, dude. It's like, you're not gonna change people's
It's an
minds.
endless discussion.
That is the power of this format that we're at right now, and what we're doing and what we try to present is that you have obviously your like, you have your likes, and I have like, and my.
But I
likes.
just don't want you to be angry at me if I come here and then say like, dude, Double Tap was like shit. I didn't like it.
No.
And then you'd be like,
Well, you guys.
stupid asshole.
There's so many people like that we can sit here and say, this is why we like the movie,
Yeah.
as compared to saying like, oh, if you don't like The Exorcist is the greatest horror movie, because how many people will tell you The Exorcist is the greatest horror movie of all time.
Yeah, like probably
A
most
lot
of
of
them.
people.
Is it to you?
No.
No.
Like,
but
okay, exactly.
it's a really good
how many
movie.
motherfuckers are gonna
It is a really
try
good
to
movie.
stab you in the face
and
for
yeah.
Exorcist?
Yeah, you're right.
And I
Yeah.
have so many people is like, no, bro, like the influences of so and so.
I might think that
I
it-
appreciate the juxtaposition of whatever the.
I might
fucking
think that
douchey shit
The Exorcist is like one of the scariest
Yeah, okay.
movies ever
Yeah.
done.
I
Maybe,
do
yeah.
agree with that.
Absolutely.
It is one of the scariest.
I don't
But
know
it's
if it's
not
best.
the
the
scariest.
greatest.
No.
And
Oh,
we're
no.
not gonna sit here and have a discussion on the greatest because we are gonna end up
We're
in
ne-
a fist
Because
fight.
I have the right
That's
answer,
fair.
and I'm not gonna put it
we're
up
never
there.
gonna go into middle ground
But-
there.
Uh, Zombieland 2, I believe, is
No,
a great sequel.
I recommend it. It's a great
This
sequel.
man gave it
And I do agree with you.
7 flying dicks out of
But you
10.
know what I feel like? Really, I think to be real, and I don't. It's not to make anybody mad or anything, but like to me, Zombieland is Ghostbusters, and Zombieland Double Tap is Ghostbusters too. I like them. I like them both a lot, but 2 is not as good as the first one to me.
Okay.
And I think that's how it's good like
that
that.
explains better his rating.
That is a good comparison.
I think that's how it is because a lot of people hate Ghostbusters too. But
You're right.
Ghostbusters 2 is a little bit more campy and more out there too.
I think it took me a long time, and watching Ghostbusters 2 as a kid, like an actual kid in the theaters, I maybe didn't get it.
But it was the same.
Then I got older and I got it.
Dan Aykroyd and Ivan Reitman, they saw what they had done with the first one, and they were like, dude, why don't we just like do this kind of like the same thing, but like
More money,
funnier and like more in your
more
face,
budget.
Yeah.
more and that's what
more
they did.
creative control. Well, that's what happens when you give people creative control. You get Deadpool 2, you get Zombieland 2, and you get Ghostbusters 2.
And you get, dude, Hellboy, the Golden Army.
That was a great film, and
Yeah.
I'm really sad that
and
didn't
a lot
finish,
of people
man.
don't fucking like it.
And
like,
the Golden
dude, it's
Army-
the best one.
It
Dude,
is.
the Golden Army is better, than 1.
It is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and because he had more creative control.
We agree.
Yeah.
Until
That fucking Hellboy 2 is the best sequel
And I
within the
do
thing.
think that they still gotta do Hellboy 3.
So, it's not going to happen. So, with that said,
Yeah, but I still want it.
It's the death. It's the apocalypse.
play the
He
fucking video
actually-
game.
Yeah.
He does the door of fate. He does everything. He has
Fucking
the twins.
creates the twins.
The twins, man. Ah!
yeah,
They're gonna
but
be ugly twins, but goddamn, I
Yeah,
want
but-
to see those.
What an infuriating episode.
yeah,
Fuck.
it's not gonna
Jesse
it's not gonna happen. Guillermo del Toro already said no.
Yeah, they already told me like.
and
fuck.
Ron Perlman was like, yeah, I'm too old. So it's
Yeah, they
that's
waited
it.
way too long.
Beast. That's my homie. The Beast.
I really did like Pacific Rim, his character in Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
Oh
Ron
yeah,
The
Oh,
Hannibal
collector or
Shao.
whatever?
That's perfect.
Hannibal Shao.
Shout out to Pacific Rim. I
Dude,
have the
it's a
big ass
badass
robot
movie.
right there in the back.
Kaiju's.
The big ass robot in the bottom, dude.
Right there in the bottom, man. Yeah, there's a bunch of shit on top of it.
What happened to the dog?
What's wrong with the dog?
But I'm too fat.
What's wrong with the dog?
Well, he came in and he took
We'll
off.
put a picture of it.
Oh, she probably.
Keep talking while I make this.
So,
make this thing.
so anyways, I guess
So
so
once again, what was your rating?
I would say
Quickly.
like average. I don't know.
Ooh,
Did
the
you
Jaeger.
did you give it a? It's Gypsy Danger.
No, I was missing, but you gave it a what? 7 out
Seven
of 10.
and then 8.
You were what?
8.
I was 8.
8. I'm an 8 out of 10.
So
Gypsy Dangers out of 10.
so average of like 7.7 or
It's
some
about
shit.
7. Yeah, let's go 77.
So 7.7. I think go see it. I don't know if you still have a chance to go see it at theaters. Maybe
I
dollar.
think it's in the,
Yeah,
okay,
it's
it's a
probably
dollar
right in the
movie.
dollar movie now.
And I believe everybody really should go watch Sonic since they fucking agreed to change that
Hey,
thing.
we are gonna go see
We
it.
all
No,
have to
we're
watch
gonna
it.
go. We're gonna go see it, dude.
We're gonna go see it.
Especially now that Conan O'Brien brought the real Sonic.
Did you
out.
see the real Sonic with the big ass dick?
Yeah.
So, anyways, with that said, follow us on Instagram and on Facebook.
Go ahead and subscribe.
At
like,
Night Trap
share.
Podcast, and at Night Trap Podcast on Facebook. You can search for like that or the Madness Hour. Still haven't changed the fucking name. I don't know who the hell has that name. Somebody that created a page that never used it. Whatever. Fucking, I should message
on
them. Huh?
Facebook.
Like, give me that shit.
Yeah, probably.
So, but for now, anyways, it's at Night Trap Podcast. It comes out, and you'll see my mask and the dog there. And follow this guy, not Sucio Raul anymore.
It's Love Susu.
I
baby.
love Sucio. I was like, God damn it, do I have to go back and re-edit
No,
everything?
no, it changes itself.
It changes itself. You
I
don't
think
do
so.
it.
No, well, I'm on the things. Yeah.
No, but when I put it on the video,
If you want to argue with me, fight with me. If you're Jesse Eisenberg and you want to throw blows, hit me up.
Yeah, he's not gonna do it.
Hit it up, baby.
But yeah, click like, share, subscribe. We still have to do this giveaway. I know it's already over, but
Yeah.
just gotta figure out something.
Hey, thank you so much for October. All the likes, all the subscriptions. People were telling me all this stuff. People hitting me up randomly at work, telling me they saw my shows. Thank you so much. That was great. You know, we're trying to do this for you guys. Stay sweet, don't change. Night Trap Podcast, The Creep, Doctor Porno, Sucio.
Stay tuned for some fucking toy reviews,
Unboxing, I think.
unboxing and reviews.
Yeah.
Anyways,
All right.
laters.
Bye.